I hope everyone had a wonderful Sunday. I read in 1 Kings chapter 21 today, and there was two verses stick out to me. The first one was verses 20 and 21. It says, I have found you because you devoted yourself to do what is evil in the Lord's sight. This is what the Lord says, I am about to bring disaster on you and will eradicate your descendants. What stuck out to me was that God punishes those who do evil. Then the second verse was verse 29, and it says, have you seen how Ahab has humbled himself before me? I will not bring the disaster during his lifetime. Because he has humbled himself before me, I will bring disaster on his house during his son's lifetime. And what stuck out to me was that when we humble ourselves before our God and ask for forgiveness, he will give us mercy. But sometimes there's still a punishment. Today is day 18, and the title is Authorized to Impact. And the key verse is Mark 1:22, and it says, they were completely amazed at his teaching because he was teaching them as one having God-given authority and not as the scribes. What stuck out to me was that God had given him authority because he is his son. Then it talks about how he didn't have a traditional religious titles, degrees, or positions that would have qualified him by social standards to teach about heaven, much less perform miracles anytime, any place. What stuck out to me was that we're qualified by God to teach about him and spread the gospel. And then the next thing was that he was anointed by God with a fresh message that the world didn't even know it needed. And so what stuck out to me was that he's his son. And the last thing is that your authority doesn't come from man, paved paths, and predictable plans. It comes from the King of Kings. And so what stuck out to me was that it all comes from God. And the lesson, like the question, there's always a question after the lesson. And the question was, what would it look like to give yourself permission to pursue that calling regardless of qualification or custom? And I don't agree with this question. I feel like you don't need your own permission to do this. You only need permission from God. So if you guys do this devotional on your own, I would really encourage you to read the questions carefully and actually think about where things come from and whether they're faith-based or just self-based. And yeah, I hope everyone had a wonderful day. Bye.